that is her.
Who's that guy she's with now? Wait a second.
This is it looks like a shared shuttle.
Oh,
this is not any VIP treatment.
Angela Deem is caught at Houston International Airport, about to sit on a shuttle. But the story isn't about Angela Deem being at Houston International, nor is it about her even sitting on the shuttle. It's more about what happened before the shuttle arrived. Now listen, give or take depending on where you are. I mean, in the UK personally, a shuttle can take a range of, some shuttles can be there as soon as you arrive. Some shuttles may take about 3, 5, 10 minutes, give or take, right? So let's just say the shuttle took about 10 minutes to arrive. Well, it turns out that in the time Angela Deem was actually waiting for the shuttle, as per the person that recorded this, they say that Angela Deem smoked 3 cigarettes in the space of minutes whilst waiting for the shuttle. But why is this a conversation? It's a conversation because you see, a few weeks back, somebody said to me, hey, I feel like Angela Deem may be gaining her weight. And then someone also said to me, have you noticed the dark line between her lips that has recently appeared? And I'll show you that for reference right now. As you can see right here from this picture, right here, there's a nice little dark patch, but to get you guys another little cheeky look at it, dark patch right here. Now, this patch here, from what I understand, comes from excessive smoking. Because in the end, the cigarette starts to burn your lip. And plus, your lip gets to a point where it becomes immune to the burn pain. Even if there was any burn pain in the first place, I wouldn't really know firsthand because I'm not a smoker. I've never been a smoker, never will be a smoker, right? But anyone that is a smoker will know exactly, how this can happen. Now, also at the same time, as per Reddit itself in particular, someone said that for someone that is a non-smoker, smoking 3 fags in a space of minutes is definitely not a good thing. It is a very concerning thing. So here's the thing though. Let's talk about Angela Dream. She wishes she was a dream. Yeah. I mean, to be fair, when I watch 90 Day Fiance, she's on it. I do wish I just woke up from a terrible dream, but it's not. It's reality. This woman actually exists. She actually continues coming back on our TV screens, legit being the demon. Because TLC will not axe her. Matter what? But anyway, let's get back into the whole idea behind the video. My apologies for my little sidetrack right there. But to be fair, before we get into it, please do make sure you hit that subscribe button as well as smashing that like button as well. So here's the thing though, ladies and gentlemen, the question is Angela Deem actually okay? Because you have to remember, in the most recent season of Happy Ever After, arguably this has been her worst season. This has arguably been the season where she has been the most violent. Because at the end of the day, we witnessed her fly all the way to Nigeria to confront Michael, and the first thing she did was bang on his door so many times, and then when he did not answer the door, she then continued to damage his car by vandalizing it. And even when he came out, there were times where it did look like as if she even struck him as well, because she was definitely being quite physical around him once he came out. And because of these kind of antics, these are the things that people were like, whoa, hold on a minute. Why the hell has TLC aired this? And most importantly, why does TLC continue to bring her back to the network? Well, sadly for us, TLC obviously see Angela Deem as someone who hasn't broken enough rules or hasn't broken the correct rules. Because at the end of the day, there have been people that have been axed in the past. But let's be real, when it comes to TLC, when it comes to them firing people, they're very inconsistent with it. Because we know Elena and Lisa, baby girl Lisa, they got axed due to racist comments that were found online. But Mike Birch, one of the most disgusting human beings I've ever seen on TV, the man that was farting around his future wife, he was also caught with racist comments, but he was still allowed to be on the network. So really and truly, can we ever really trust TLC with their consistency of getting rid of people that shouldn't be on the network? Absolutely not. But here's the thing though, ladies and gentlemen, and this is something that I guess nobody's really thought about. Despite the fact that Angela Deem has always been the way she has always been prior to 90 Day Fiance, because she was on, I don't know if it's Dr. Phil or Murray, one of the two, and she was already a head case then anyway. I do generally feel like there is a point now in Angela's life where she's probably going through some really dark times. In fact, she's probably been going through these dark times for longer than we can imagine. The only problem is, and the only difference now is I do generally feel like there's an elevation that is happening around her life. Now, the elevation itself in particular could be something that TLC is actually taking advantage of. I mean, listen, hear me out. If you got a cast member that you know loves to do club appearances and always drinking, you know she doesn't mind being loud, you know she doesn't mind embarrassing herself, and you know that she doesn't give a damn what nobody thinks about her actions, well, what are TLC going to do with someone like that? If you ask me, they're going to keep using that person until they run that person dry. And to be honest with you, I do feel like we have got to a stage where TLC are legit just milking her because they know they can use her, because Angie Deem is not the smartest person in any room. She thinks she is, but she's not. The matter of fact is the loudest person in the room is not the smartest person in the room. The loudest person in the room is predominantly and usually the weakest person in the room, the person that carries the most insecurities. That's why they scream for that attention by being so loud and unnecessary and violent. You name it, they do it. And they'll do it for any price. And the saddest thing about this price is clearly this price that clearly the money that they are paying her, as well as these sponsors that she gets, and that's something else we're going to get to in a second as well. Clearly these sponsors and the money that she gets from TLC isn't enough, because my girl is getting on a shuttle with public people, which isn't a bad thing, but you know Angie Deem, you know how she is. She's always treating herself as if she's royalty, as if she is the OG, as if she is the Don Dad, as if she is 90 Day Fiance. You'd expect with that type of energy, she'd be, you know, living life a bit differently, if you dig what I'm saying. Probably getting a taxi or something that is more private rather than something that is more public. But hey, that is another conversation in particular. But listen, ladies and gentlemen, as far as I'm concerned, I do generally believe that Angie Deem is legit on the road. It's going to be a powerful thing to say, but you know me, I don't give a damn. I'll say exactly what I'm thinking. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, and if I'm right, I'm right. But I do generally feel like that she is on the road to her early growth. And I feel like TLC are taking advantage as much as they can, because this woman is someone that drinks quite often. If you ask me, it's not something that we see all the time, but like I said before, most time we've seen her doing club appearances, and when she does do these appearances, she's always drinking, she's always dancing on top of a table, she's always doing something that just is unnecessary. And when she ain't doing that, she's smoking as if there's no tomorrow. And anyone that is a smoker, I may not be a smoker, I've never been a smoker, but I know that most people that smoke excessively, it is due to a certain level of stress, a certain level of potential even depression, if you dig what I'm saying, okay? And clearly, something unhinged is happening with this 50-plus old woman. I mean, she's probably in her 60s, but, you know, they keep telling us that she's 50-something, right? That was that Kimberly. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's not that deep how old she is. You know what I mean? It's really not that deep. But the question is this, though. What else is to come from Angie Deem moving forward? Because we know that now her and Mike are no longer a thing. So of course, and also we have witnessed her obviously filming a new spin-off with 90 Day Fiance, obviously on that little island or wherever they went to with her and Liz and Kalani and the whole shebang. I mean, honestly, like, for me, I don't know if I'm at a point where I'm disgusted by seeing her because she's such a horrible human being, or I'm now disgusted to see her because I genuinely believe that TLC are using a very vulnerable human being that has no clue of how to take accountability for her own actions, because she refuses to grow. And the fact that she refuses to grow, she refuses to mature, is why I simply don't have any sympathy. I cannot have sympathy for anyone that doesn't give a damn to want to look after themselves. People that believe it's okay to keep going down, and spiraling out of control, and in that process harming other people, screw you. Like, everyone, as far as I know is this: as long as you can breathe, and you're someone who was born with, you know, no complications or whatnot, give or take, whatever, this and that. Not too sure what I'm trying to say here, but all I'm trying to say is that Angie Deem is one of these people that has the ability to actually do better, and she's not doing that. To be fair with you, I've just thought of this just this right this second. I would not be surprised if TLC start off a new show. We've had shows like Strange Addictions, right? I would not be surprised if they do a new show like based on rehab, based on people that are always reoffending in whatever it could be, whether it's reoffending with drugs, reoffending with sex, reoffending with crimes, reoffending with just being a complete train wreck. I will not be surprised if they actually make a show like that at some point, and Angie Deem will be on it. Maybe they have already, and I just haven't seen it. They have, either way. I always surprised they made another one, because you know how they're always making new things, everything. Everything's got a spin-off, okay? Anyway. Kind of went off task a little bit, but it is what it is. That's what I do. Thank you so much for your time. Please let me know what you're thinking down below in the comment section, and we can most certainly talk about it. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and of course,